the most entertaining fighters in every division.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
I'll preface this by saying, this is not a list of the best fighters. This is not a list of the best strikers, grapplers, wrestlers, whatever you want to say. This is a list of the most exciting style fighter, to me, in my opinion, in every division. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this list into the flyweight division. In the flyweight division, over 60% of this man fights do not go to the judges' scorecards. I know you might be thinking that's kind of low, but then again, you got to think about it. These guys are 125 pounds, so unless it's a submission, there's not going to be that many finishes in my opinion. But with that being said, I am taking Brandon Raw Dog Royval. His first round finishes over Mateus Nicolau and Matt Snell was things of beauty. The submission over Matt Snell was very, very slick and nice. And the knee to the face that took off Mateus Nicolau's chin was absolutely crazy. Who, in your opinion, is the most entertaining flyweight on the planet right now? Let me know. Next up, we got the bantamweight division. And I'm not gonna lie, I would be lying if I did not put Sean O'Malley here. An entertainment factor, he is a 10 out of 10 inside the cage. You can think whatever you want to about what he does outside the cage, his hair dye, whatever you want to do. I don't care for that. When he steps into the octagon, he is one of the most entertaining fighters on the planet. 11 knockouts with 9 of them coming inside the first round for somebody that weighs 135 pounds. It's absolutely insane. I don't think people realize that. Even when his fights goes the distance, they're exciting. I mean, look at the Chito Vera fight. That was a complete shutout, and I was entertained throughout the whole thing. Who do you guys think is the most entertaining bantamweight in the world if it's not Sean O'Malley? In the featherweight division, I am taking one of the GOATs in the sport, in my opinion. Maybe not the sport yet, but he still has a couple of years. Definitely a GOAT at 145, Max Blessed Holloway.
Minute 25, Holloway shows some mortality. Look at this, Holloway just told him, stand right here. Oh, big connection late.
His UFC 300 performance just confirmed it, but he's been the most entertaining featherweight for a while now. I mean, his dismantling of Brian Ortega, I mean, he literally tried to help that man block, which is absolutely insane. His knockout over the Korean Zombie, his toe-to-toe stand there with Ricardo Lamas, and then Justin Gaethje. I mean, how can you take it away from this man? His viciousness against Arnold Allen, not to mention, he has 2 finishes over one of the best featherweights to ever live in Jose Aldo. He is by far one of the most entertaining featherweights on this planet. When his name's on the billing, I make sure I sit down and watch. What do you guys think about this? Let me know. In the lightweight division, probably the hardest division for me to pick right now. In the lightweight division, probably the hardest division that I had to pick from. But I said this is not the best fighter. This is not the best striker. This is not the best grappler. This is who is the most entertaining fighter whenever they step into the octagon. It's not Dustin Poirier. It's not Justin Gaethje. It's not Charles Oliveira. It's this man right here. Michael Iron Chandler. I know he's 2-3 in the UFC. I know he loses to the best at 155. But I'd be lying to you if I said any good time Michael Chandler fought, I did not watch it, and I was not watching the entire time. His fight against Dustin, which he lost, classic. His fight against Justin that he lost, classic. His fight against Charles that he lost, classic. How do you go from knocking someone down to losing? That's insane in the Charles fight. His finish over Dan Hooker, absolutely insane. His finish over Tony Ferguson, his front kick to the face finish over Tony Ferguson is absolutely nuts. Pound for pound entertainment, Michael Chandler is made for it. He has just seen the judges' scorecard once in his UFC run so far against Justin Gaethje, and that was an absolute war from start to finish. What do you guys think about this? Let me know down below. I mean, it was very, very hard to pick this class, but I had to go with what my heart said. What do you guys think? In the welterweight division, this was an absolute no-brainer for me. We have the boogeyman of the 170, and this man, Shavkat Rakhmonov. His record says it for itself. 18 fights, 18 finishes. Never seen a judge's scorecard. Whenever he's on the billing, the UFC judges, they can take the night off. It's not getting to them. He's willing to put his chin out there to give somebody a fair look back. I love fighters like that. And his chin has not been, I'm not going to say hasn't been tested, because Jeff Neal did hit him a couple times really, really hard. But his chin is looking like it's made out of granite. And I don't see anybody cracking it right now. If Jeff Neal couldn't crack it, I don't know what welterweight can crack it. What do you guys think about this? I think he's the most entertaining fighter. I mean, his walk down over Wonderboy Thompson with his foot being hurt was absolutely crazy. I mean, him fighting without a mouthpiece against one of the hardest punchers in 170, absolutely crazy. I mean, what do you guys think? Who is the most entertaining 170 in your opinion? Let me know. In the middleweight division, I know he's kind of a newcomer. I know it. I know he is. It is what it is. But I do feel like he is one of the better, more entertaining fighters on the roster. Michel Pereira. I think he has got better at it now as he moved up from 170. But I mean, his gas tank look like it's holding up now. And well, I'm never going to say that. We haven't seen his gas tank. I mean, his finish over Ihor Potieria was absolutely crazy. Yes, by the way, I do not think that strike should have been disqualification for him. I feel like it hit mostly on the shoulder, but that's still something we have not seen in the knockdown. He did a backflip to try to gain entry into ground and pound. Got him up from ground and pound after hurting him badly on the feet, and then choked him out, all in the span of like 30 seconds. You can't tell me that's not entertainment personified. But in everything from the weigh-in to everything that leads up to it, he is a show in itself. Who do you guys got at 185 pounds? Let me know. In the light heavyweight division, we have the former champ, the samurai warrior himself, Yuri Prochazka. I mean, we can take a look at his last fight alone against Alexander Rakic. Technically, Rakic, fantastic fighter. Absolutely fantastic fighter. He looked sharp, strong, all night, fast. It just looked like Yuri Prochazka said, yeah, that's cool. Watch this. I'm coming forward. What are you going to do about it? Can you keep your technique up longer than I keep my chin up, and we can go blow for blow? He's another one of those fighters where if he's on the billing, UFC judges, go ahead and call out. Y'all don't need to be there. Absolutely fantastic fighter. The only person that's been able to catch him with his fighting style is Alex Pereira, which that's no shame at all. He catches everybody. So it's not too bad to be in the position that Yuri Prochazka is in. What do you guys think? Who is the most entertaining light heavyweight on the planet besides Yuri Prochazka? And I know people's going to say Alex Pereira, but I went with Yuri. Let me know what you guys think. In the heavyweight division, where you expect to see heavy punches, quick feet, and brutal knockouts, the most entertaining fighter on the roster right now is my guy, Tom Aspinall. KOing the scariest man on the roster in under a round is absolutely insane. People was turning down Sergey Pavlovich because they thought it was a no chance in hell they win that fight. And I don't blame him. Tom Aspinall went out there and made it look completely easy. Like, I mean, he had chicken feet. He made that Russian man have chicken feet before he finished the fight. Tom Aspinall is the UFC interim championship, and by the end of the year, I believe he will be the UFC heavyweight championship, undisputed. John Jones will probably retire after his next fight. So the most entertaining man in the planet right now is Mr. Tom Aspinall at heavyweight. What do you guys think about my list? Let me know down below. Who do you guys think I missed off? Who do you think I added on that was shouldn't have been on? But like always, if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Be good people. Peace.